Twitch. Hit the button on YouTube. Are we live? It looks like we're live. Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's just us two today. Bryce is he out of town or is he just
he is at the BYU game.
Oh, he's at the BYU game. Okay, that makes sense. Well, hopefully they lose. We'll just start there. Cause Colorado won yesterday, but then Arizona State won today. So we're in the scenario where BYU losing would help Colorado get in. Yeah. Apparently they get in if BYU loses, and then we're good. Every other stuff I read says other stuff has to happen. I don't really know, so I'm just gonna whatever the world decides to give me tomorrow, I'll just accept it.
I mean, to be fair, Colorado, at least both Colorado teams have overperformed in terms of football.
I was looking at that. CSU is second in the Mountain West right now. And they will go to the Mountain West Championship if UNLV loses to Nevada. But right now UNLV is up 31-7 near the end of the third quarter. So I think UNLV is going to end up playing Boise State for that Mountain West title, basically. So Colorado State is out of it, it looks like, but that's okay. We had a good season.
And then you got the Broncos who are doing well.
Yeah, the Broncos are good. We have a quarterback, dude. I'm a believer. We gotta
get that believer shirt now.
I know. I'm trying to go order it.
go crawl back to Perna and get the believer shirt.
I need the believer shirt. But yeah, it's incredible. We actually have a quarterback again. He's been playing really well. We play the Browns on Monday night, so
it's gonna be such a disgusting game.
Yeah, it is amazing that they chose that as a Monday night game at all during the season. Like when the season started, like why would you choose a Browns-Broncos game? Like at least choose a rivalry, you know? Like Browns-Steelers, boom. You have at least a good Monday night game because the teams hate each other. But yeah.
Well, they all can't be winners, you know.
That's true. But that's okay. We're 2 games up on the Colts and the Dolphins for that last wild card spot. So,
and we play the Patriots, so we'll probably gain a game, maybe.
Potentially, if the Broncos lose, you will.
The only thing I have to look forward to with the Colts is now everyone's sort of like, can we fire Steichen and Ballard?
I think that's your guys' issue. It's Ballard. Steichen's whatever. But like...
Well, I know people are sort of like, oh, do we give up on Richardson? I'm like, I don't think you necessarily have to give up on Richardson.
Yeah,
I just also laughed now that I guess Pat McAfee's kind of become public enemy number 1 in that clubhouse, and I'm like, why? Because he's talking the truth.
Like among Colts players, you're saying?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not very liked in this clubhouse, and I'm like, why? Because you're talking the truth.
Yeah, because
they can't handle it.
Yeah, that just sounds like
that's what I laugh at. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you should be thankful that he's saying this stuff because he was a player, and 2, he cares about that team, and 3, trust me, that man is a Colts homer and wants nothing more than that team to do well.
He is. Yeah, he is probably the biggest Colts homer media person. Him and Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, it's like, trust me, like, there's not a guy out there who does not want that team to succeed, and I guarantee it, if it means he has to be hated for that team to win. So looking at their schedule, they play the Patriots next week, they play the Broncos tomorrow. They play the Patriots tomorrow, they play the Broncos next week.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Titans, Giants, and Jags. So hypothetically, there is a shot they can win out. Is it likely? Probably not, because that weird shit happens in Denver.
That's true. The thing is, like, I think you should win 4 of those games.
So they should win 4 or 5.
Yeah,
that's my guess. Like, if you can win 4 or 5, we're in business.
You have a shot at that point, because now the other team, so this is actually important. The schedule is coming up. We have the Colts should win 4 of 5 for sure. Yeah. The Broncos still have Browns, Colts, Chargers, Cincinnati, and Kansas City. But that Kansas City's Week 18, they may not care at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
we both have our bye the same week. That's interesting.
It is, and it's super late in the year, which I'm super happy about. Like usually you get that bye like week 5, and you're like, God, this sucks. Like,
no, I love it when it's like the last week because because it's like, okay, now it's just a stretch run where it doesn't feel like you're. It doesn't feel like you're just. It's like the short end and then the long stick. I'd rather have the long stick and then like a break.
Yes, agreed. And then, but the other team that's in this is the Chargers. They're also 7-4, and they're on the wild card. They have Atlanta, Kansas City, Tampa, Denver, New England, Las Vegas. So, in a perfect world, you guys go 4-5, Broncos go like 4-5 or whatever, and then the Chargers lose Atlanta, Kansas City, Tampa, Denver, and then that probably puts you in. I'm assuming.
Maybe.
Yeah, you would both end 9-7 or 9-8 or whatever. So it'd be down.
Unless we somehow, like I said, went out and beat you guys in Denver.
Yeah. It's in Denver. That one's gonna be tough. But like, honestly, like you guys are 2 games back, but like your schedule is super easy the rest of the way outside of the Denver game. You should kill all those other teams in theory, but
yeah,
I guess who knows, because Richardson is not what you would call a reliable quarterback. So
I think he's in his. Honestly, I think the issue is he's in his own head.
Yeah, and it's tough because like last year he barely played because he got hurt, and then this year he's already been pulled twice. Or no, he got hurt once and pulled once. So it's like that's tough for a young player to come back from, especially like with how raw he is. Like he barely knows how to play football at this point in his career.
Like I said, I think he's just in his own head, and I think he just needs to. I think the bye is going to come at a good time for him.
Yeah, it will.
It'll come at a good time, and then it's like literally, if you're a coach, it's like, bro, apart from one game, you're playing cut. We're not playing anyone difficult. Like this is where you should get. If you're going to hit your stride, hit it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hitting your stride against Tennessee, the Giants, and then Jacksonville. That is, you couldn't ask for anything better.
and on top of it too, it's like cool. You're playing the Patriots on the road. Who cares? Broncos. Who cares? But like, Jack, your division games are both at home.
Oh yeah, that's true too. That's big.
And they get to go to the Meadowlands, which will probably be a home game. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Giants fans really exist.
That's a Friday night game too. Oh wait, is that Friday? 29th.
It says.
Oh, it's a Sunday.
On ESPN,
the last couple of weeks.
The Giants one says TBD flex game for all the week 17 and 18. That's super helpful. All right, well, let's go.
We'll see.
Football. We'll see. Let's update. Okay. Looks like so Kansas State Iowa State just caused a safety on Kansas State, so Iowa State's getting the ball back with 13 minutes left, up by 5. Pain.
Oh.
That's okay. We are I'm rooting against BYU now. I didn't want to. But I have to.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love nothing more than for BYU to lose, because I think it'd be freaking hilarious.
I kind of just feel bad. They were 8-0 or 9-0 or whatever it was, and then
I would love nothing more. I would love nothing more than for them to start 9-0, and then lose out and not get into the conference into their conference game.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious. Would it be mean? Possibly, but would I be laughing till I puked on the floor? You bet.
Well, Houston just picked the ball off at BYU's 27-yard line, so.
And then you get in, so there you go.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say no. You know, there's a chance for us to get into the playoffs still. So
that I'm just saying, like, how funny would that legitimately be? Like, they go 9-0, looking fantastic,
and then they lose out.
They win the Holy War, and then it just like
falls apart.
The shit hit the fan.
Thing is though, like, yeah, BYU was 9-0, but looking at who they beat,
they only beat one good team.
SMU is good.
Those are SMU,
and then Kansas State's good.
And then anyone of like actual competition they lost to, like they lost to Arizona, they lost to Kansas.
Yeah, they lost to Arizona State and lost Kansas. They're both close games. BYU's basically been on the razor's edge all season. All their most of their games are pretty close.
Yeah. So I guess if you want to be like the thing of like, oh, it's one or two bad things, but the thing too is I've noticed with them, at least watching them, is they kind of do this weird thing where this is true, I think, any sport is like, if your opponent scores, like goes on a run and scores a lot, sometimes that's just insurmountable to get. Like Arizona scored 3 touchdowns on them in a quarter. Like that's really hard to come back from.
That's tough. Yeah, especially if your offense isn't super explosive. Like I don't feel like BYU's offense is super explosive like CU's is, or some of those other schools. Like they can't just put up 21 points in 5 minutes like some other schools can.
Yeah, it's not like, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. It's been this season's been crazy. Yeah, at least CU, all their wins are pretty handy. Like the only win they had that was close was Baylor, and they won by 7. Oh, and North Dakota State in week 1. But outside of that, CU's basically blown everyone out. They've beat.
But they have the Heisman winner.
They do have the Heisman winner and potentially another Heisman finalist. I just want to throw Shedeur out there as a potential Heisman finalist.
He could be.
Maybe he's in the conversation. Maybe. If they had 5, I think he'd be top 5, but I don't think he's top 3.
I know it's funny, and this also matters. A team that won't be going to their title game, Ohio State, because they can't beat Michigan.
That's true. Isn't it going to be Penn State and Oregon? Is that the
Penn State, Oregon?
matchup?
Yeah,
okay.
Penn State, Oregon, because Ohio State couldn't beat Michigan.
Yeah, wasn't there a brawl? Or no, it looks like Indiana.
Someone busted out pepper spray. Oh yeah, Indiana
won.
Someone busted out pepper spray.
Nice, fantastic. That's real classy. So I guess
cops busted out pepper spray, and it got people who were in the media too.
Sick, nice. That's good.
Now, mind you, someone who got it, I follow the main show they're a part of, and she was just taking it in stride. She's like, I don't know how to explain to people that I got pepper sprayed in one eye from work. It's not like I was doing anything fun. It was just I was just in the wrong spot and got downwind.
That sucks, dude.
This guy, the BYU quarterback, scrambled for 16 yards and got a first down.
Oh, did he? Okay. Stop it, BYU quarterback. Retzlaff, is that his name?
Yeah.
I only know because I've heard
that's a name.
I've heard that name a lot. Wait, how did Houston not score on that possession? They had the ball at the 27. Oh, they threw a pick. Sick.
I don't think he caught that. That's not a catch, is it? No, I didn't think so.
Okay. Oh,
we had some brawls in rivalry week,
that's just the nature of the thing, though.
Is it though?
I mean, sometimes these schools hate each other just because.
Oh, I know. Did you watch that Georgia Tech game?
I did not. No, but Georgia Tech won, right?
No, Georgia won in 8 overtimes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember reading the headline last night. I was like, "What the?"
That was torture.
It was
pure unadulterated torture.
That honestly kind of sounds terrible. Like
it wasn't good. Like I went to the USC game I went to last year went into 3 overtimes and I wanted to die. College overtime's just not fun.
Well, yeah, because it's basically just like you
get one shot at a touchdown. Like I liked it when it was at least at the 20. Because it's like, oh, you could at least try something. And then after 1 or 2 overtimes, it's like, all right, just 2-point conversions. And I'm like, this is hell.
So is it? So they start at the 25, and it's
Okay,
and they take turns until.
Yeah, like that. I'm like, why don't we just do that back and forth? Because at least that's you got room. You're not throwing into tight windows.
Oh, they're doing 2-point conversions back and forth after the first one.
Yeah, it's hell.
Stupid.
Oh, it's awful.
Why? Why are they doing that?
I don't know. It's legitimately just hell because it's like they were talking last night. It's like, oh, they're throwing into tight windows now. So I'm like, it's just slop.
Yeah, and especially because like they're like, oh, 8 overtimes. Who gives a shit? It's 8 plays. Like,
yeah, I'm like, this isn't that exciting.
It isn't.
Trust
yeah,
me. It's not like if it'd be better if it was 8 overtimes after they both start at the 28 times. Like that's more entertaining.
that is an 8 overtime game. No, that's not 8 overtime. That's like 3 overtimes.
This is bullshit.
That's like 3.
I'm like, this is so dumb. I'm like, make it a kicking competition at least.
They should do the XFL thing where they put the ball at midfield and have 2 guys on opposite end zones try to recover the fumble. Did you see how they used it? So that's how
that's amazing.
That's how the XFL used to do the coin toss back in the 90s. They would have a player from each team start on the goal line, put the ball at the 50, say go, and they have to fight each other for the ball.
That's amazing.
let's do overtime like that.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. The XFL had ahead of its time, man. It had some ideas. The XFL we have now is not the XFL. Or I guess it doesn't exist anymore. It's the UFL, but still.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I need to see this.
Let me see. I'll find one. It's the funniest
That's
thing.
Amazing.
XFL.
I need to see this.
Is that it?
I just like the idea, like, all right, go.
Okay, so it wasn't from, it's the XFL Scramble.
Even though he might.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, I found a video. It's basically, they both start at like, they put the ball out there, they start at like the 20-something yard line, and they have to run 30 yards and fight for it.
It's insane.
Incredible.
That's wild, man.
Ahead of its time.
Bro, you know what I want?
What?
I think overtime should just be 5-on-5.
I actually would be down for that. Just some 5-on-5, 7-on-7, something like that.
5-on-5, 7-on-7.
Yeah.
But I that'd be fun. That's what I think it should be.
I think that'd be fun too.
Turn it into a passing league.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, while we wait for the results of the college football games, what do you think about? So, I am upset that Andrew Luck is now working for a team and not the quarterback of the Denver Broncos. Which is, it's funny. I don't know if did you read what his like title is and what his job duties are?
He's a GM, right?
Right. It sounds like he's basically playing Madden with Stanford's football team, which sounds incredible. Which, I don't know. I'm on board. I love Andrew Luck. He's the best. I miss the Twitter account. Oh, I bet that posted today, huh?
Oh, it did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I bet it did. Yeah, because so good, Captain Andrew Luck. The battleground is called for my glorious return. I'm thrilled to say, I shall heed the call. I have re-enlisted. With my sidearm is permanently holstered, I shall help train other young men to be great soldiers. Please send care packages of squirrel oil and skunk cakes to our base camp in Stanford. Incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that. All right. Caleb Williams again, new quarterback.
New quarterback.
Or new head coach, I should say.
Yeah, it's going to be Lincoln Riley.
Is it going to be Lincoln Riley? And then you can...
I don't know. I would personally love that. But I honestly think if they're smart, they go after Cliff Kingsbury.
I think that's a good option. Yeah. That's probably one of the better options out there. I guess who else could it be? Players were reportedly furious at him. Fantastic. That last.
Well, did you see how that game? That was.
I watched that last end of the game. It was the worst 30 seconds of clock management I think I've ever seen in my life.
And that takes the cake from good old.
I watched Nathaniel Hackett for 2 years or a year or whatever it was.
Saturday, it was remarkable at how bad that was.
It was so bad. Like.
The best part was switching to the Cowboys Giants game. Terry Bradshaw was like, I could have run 4 plays in that time.
And the thing is, he's right. Like
I know that's what I'm like. He's not even wrong.
No,
he's 100% correct.
Like it's crazy. It's like with 32 seconds left, they get the ball. It was like at the 35 or whatever, and you're like, okay, they have time. They can get into field goal range. Whatever. They can make something happen. And the fact they couldn't even get the playoff was incredible. It's crazy.
Cinema, pure cinema.
Pure cinema. Like and it's not just like the coach should have called the timeout 100%, right? Because you have a rookie quarterback. Let's get him settled or whatever. But having a rookie quarterback,
I made the comment in my fantasy football group chat.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think that there'd be someone automatically on the sidelines the minute the QB gets sacked and just go, all right, timeout, like not without hesitation.
You would think so, right? Like this is so bad. And
like timeout because at that point you're just gonna be throwing at passes. You're not gonna run the ball, so it's like just take the timeout. So like you can't take it with you.
Right. And just make sure you push everything into the sidelines. Like that's kind of what you do all the time in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, but the fact that Caleb Williams being a rookie, you could tell it took him an extra like 12 seconds to like get that playoff. So they should have called a timeout, but also like he was trying to he was running it like it was just another play.
I think he was trying too much. I think he was doing too much.
Could be.
Because I don't think they got the play. I honestly, from what it looked like, from what Caleb was doing, it's almost like they didn't get the play in time for him.
Which
is bizarre because you'd think if you aren't going to call a timeout, you're not even calling plays. You're literally just like, hey, you're only calling out like, hey, like sequence 3, and all you're doing is sequence 3, and you're just lining up and going.
Right. Like you're not even calling the full play. You are saying, hey, you're running a sequence, so you're running this order of plays or this group of plays, pick one type of situation. Like
and you're just like, all right, we're doing. It's like, you're not even calling you said you're not calling a full play, but it's like someone was calling a full play because it looked like he was trying to go, and he had to look over because someone changed the play or someone didn't call a play.
Yeah, it was. God, that was so bad. I could not believe it. I mean, I could because the Bears are a dumpster fire, but like it was so bad. It was honestly kind of painful to watch.
Even as a Broncos fan,
that was a little painful to watch. Well, because I've been there and it sucks.
Nathaniel Hackett's smiling at that stuff. Jeez.
Yeah, when you don't know how timeouts work, it's not a good look at all.
And the Tigers, the Lions get another free win.
Yeah, that was, and the thing is, the Lions early were killing them, but like they just, you gotta, I guess, give credit to the Bears. They kind of fought back a bit, but I ended up not watching any of the other football games. I fell asleep during the Cowboys game.
They kind of sucked. The Cowboys game really wasn't that exciting. Broncos legend Drew Lock wasn't looking the sharpest.
No, he's not very good. Like he seems like a fun
especially
guy,
like in that,
but
especially in like with that team, like you're not going to do well.
No, that team's so horrific. Now
like, you're not going to do well.
Question is, and what would be really funny, how far are the Cowboys out from a playoff spot? 5-7, Washington 7-5. They're essentially in the same spot the Colts are in. Now, what if the Cowboys make the playoffs without Dak Prescott?
God.
Without Dak Prescott. Would that be... I think that would be one of the funniest outcomes of the season.
What's the Cowboys schedule even look like?
They got Bengals, Panthers, Buccaneers, Eagles, Washington.
So, I guess there's a shot they can win.
Well, because you'll have Bengals are not great.
A coin.
Carolina
their
sucks.
Defense isn't good, but they can score.
They can score. That's true. But Cincinnati's defense is terrible. Carolina's not good, but they've been better the last couple weeks. Tampa Bay is fine. Yeah, they're a coin flip.
Eagles, you're gonna get slaughtered.
Eagles may not care in week 17.
That's true.
Because them and the Lions are way ahead of everyone else in the NFC. So if the Lions especially like are out of reach of the Eagles and the Eagles are out of reach from third place, they may not care. And then you got Washington. You could end up with a week 18. Whoever wins gets to go in the playoffs type of situation. which I would 100% be down for.
Yeah.
All right, Kansas State. Let's get a good drive going here. Down 8. Houston scored.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
Uh-oh.
the setting.
Uh-oh.
There you go. I fixed it. I almost broke our stream.
Oh no.
It's all good.
Breaking.
Discord decided to change the camera layout, and I did not fix it.
Oh no.
But we're good now. All right. This might end up being a short one. Is there anything else to talk about? I think
there really wasn't a whole lot.
I think we covered pretty much everything we like.
Because it was such a short week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was such a short week. It's not. Oh, did you want the we can talk about the last 2 games. So Miami can't play in the cold.
Yeah, Miami sucks. Like
cold.
They cannot play in the cold at all. It's bad. They got killed.
Yeah. And then you got so that's that game.
Yeah.
And then you got the Chiefs Raiders, who apparently we don't know what a legal formation means anymore.
Yeah, the Chiefs stole that. It does kind of lend credence to the the NFL wants the Chiefs to win conspiracy theory. But I guess so. I don't remember if I read it right. So what was it? Illegal formation was what it was.
It was illegal formation,
or was it illegal motion? Either way,
I said illegal formation.
Okay, which I thought that was a dead ball foul.
That's a dead ball. I thought, yeah, same. So I'm looking up.
In which case, the play wouldn't have happened. But I also read somewhere else that like, if the play benefits the defense, they roll with it or something. I don't know.
But that doesn't make sense because to me, it's like, see, okay, if that's the case, that's very stupid.
Oh, I agree.
Because if it's a dead ball, it should be a dead ball. Like, I don't buy this whole thing of like, oh, if it benefits one team versus the other, you can accept the penalty or decline the penalty. Because this is why I'm like, just make it a dead ball foul. Because in high school, legal formation is the dead ball foul. It's just illegal formation, ball's dead 5 yards.
Right.
Because to me, that sort of makes it seem like, oh, we can play the result here.
Gotcha.
Like that's the part that I don't understand. Is it's like, why?
Okay, so what and this is Reddit, so who the hell knows? But it says if players aren't set at the time of the snow, so I guess it was an illegal shift because 2 players are moving at the same time. It says if players aren't set at the time of snap, that's an illegal shift because the shift finishes when all players are set for a second. And that requires the snap to be a penalty, the play has to happen. So I guess that's why false start and encroachment are dead ball because the snap does not have to happen for those to be penalized. Whereas like offsides and some others, the ball has to be snapped. So therefore, you still get the play.
But here's my question: though, is hypothetically, they could have just called a false start.
Well, I guess you can't call false start on the center.
No, you can.
Well, okay, I guess you can. You're right, but I wonder if you can't call a false start on the snapper on the center if it's in the act of snapping the ball. Whereas if he like flinches, that's a different thing.
I think technically because that was somebody's like the center was like, oh, it's a false start on me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that was the thing I didn't understand because it's almost like because they huddled up, so that was the part I didn't understand. I'm like, so wait, what was the point of you guys huddling up then? All right, because clearly you guys thought it was something else than what it was, and of course the NFL's not going to comment on it. But it's like when you're looking at it in real time, it's like if they said illegal formation.
It was illegal. That's
shift. A dead ball foul.
Yeah,
so it was illegal shit. But then it comes back to my original point of then why there was no consequence for that play because it benefited the defense, therefore they can decline it, which
they did, right?
Which I don't like. BYU just scored.
Damn it!
because you're playing because again, this is just my opinion, and I'm probably wrong. It's like that's not how football is, but I don't like the idea of you being able to play the result essentially.
Thing is, we do that all the time though.
No, I know,
especially on offense, the offsides, free play, whatever, you know.
No, I know, but it's so it's just annoying because it's like I don't know.
I
To
see
me,
what
it's
you're
just
saying.
it kind of feels weird because it's almost like, oh, tee it didn't happen,
right?
But it's like the play should why because it's like the whole thing too is sometimes like the free play they'll call it dead instantly.
They do in cases where it's unabated to the quarterback, right? Which I understand that one. That makes perfect sense because that potentially is like an injury concern because you don't want your quarterback just getting blown up like for free, you know. So that one I totally get. So yeah, I don't know, but I hate the Raiders. In all honestly, like that game doesn't matter in the Broncos grand scheme of things, but I hate the Raiders for messing up and they could have beat the Chiefs. You know, that's why I hate the Raiders.
So could the Broncos. I think but the whole thing is it's just like they can't keep getting away with this nonsense, can they?
I mean, how many years has it been?
Like they've never had it. I don't think there's been a Chiefs team that's been like this where it's like it's coming down to the last play.
That's true. This Chiefs team is not nearly. It doesn't seem like it's quite as good as the ones we've had in the last couple of years, for sure.
So it's like I think the Bills are gonna beat them.
Honestly, I think a lot of the really good teams will beat them.
Like I think the Bills will beat them. I think Detroit beats them. I think a Detroit Buffalo Super Bowl is gonna be fun as shit.
That will be incredible. But yeah, I think
because
Bills,
it's two teams that
Lions,
have known misery for too long.
Yeah, that's true.
And Josh Allen just got engaged, so you know he's got the power of marriage on his side.
Good for him. Josh Allen's.
You know who his fiance is?
I do not. Who is it?
Haley Steinfeld, the actress who was.
Oh shit! Yeah, in Hawkeye.
Yeah. Nice. Weird how the NFL doesn't promote her all over the place.
I know, right?
And she goes to his game. She goes to his games in Buffalo.
Does she really?
Yeah, she was She made a comment about it in an interview, or it's like, yeah, my boyfriend plays for the Bills, so the winners kind of sucks. I'm from California.
I guess that would be tough.
I'm like, yeah, I understand that one. You're like, God, 60's cold there. It's like this is a new level of cold.
Yeah, I would not want to live in Buffalo. Like Denver's cold, yeah, sure, but it's not the same.
Did you see it's gonna be a snowball tomorrow night?
Is it? Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
They're having lake effect snow. So tomorrow, when's game time? Tomorrow at 5? So at 5, snow showers and at 32 degrees. Precipitation's 20 degrees. Lake effect snow warning in effect too.
Gross.
2 to 6 to 12 inches of snow.
I love that. So essentially what we're saying is the 49ers are going to lose again.
And then, unfortunately, it looks like it.
Sounds great.
Where's the stadium though? That's what I want to know.
It is in Orchard Park, New York.
Front Park.
1 to 2 feet.
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn. Well, that sucks for them. All right, so it looks like Iowa State's gonna win.
I'm looking for it on the map. I can't find it. What the heck?
Orchard Park, New York. It is southeast of Buffalo in a suburb.
There's Buffalo.
Miles, but Buffalo's right on that Great Lake, like on the tip of it, near Niagara Falls and the border to Canada.
Yeah.
It's like just southeast.
Oak Park, New York.
Orchard Park.
Oh, Orchard Park.
Yeah. And damn, that's gotta get so cold. It's like maybe how many miles is that? Like maybe 5 miles from the lake. That's gonna get so cold.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be miserable.
that'd be so
I can
miserable.
find their actual stadium. That's insane. So wait, where's their stadium here? See if we can find it. I just want to see. I thought it was like right
Highmark
on the
Stadium.
lake.
It is just west of Highway 219.
Highway 219.
Yeah.
I'm actually like trying. There's a lake. I thought it was right off a lake too.
No, it's a little off of the lake. Yeah, like maybe like a mile or two. Oh, let's look at directions. Yeah, it's a 4.5 mile drive from the stadium to one of the restaurants on the lake.
Green Lake.
No, this is one of the Great Lakes. Lake Erie.
Oh.
Yeah. One of the big ones, dude.
Oh.
That just gets just cold and terrible.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it?
I could not live there, dude. Like, I live in a cold area, but also where I live.
Oh my
is
god!
a desert.
Yeah, it's like right off the
Yeah,
lake. God damn.
Far. Yeah. Oof.
It's just outside of Orchard Park, but like, god damn, from the lake. God damn! No wonder this place gets snowed.
Yeah. That's terrible. I don't know if I can live there. Like,
god damn.
We get cold weather, but we get desert cold weather. So it's like that wet cold weather off of the lake. Oh my god, so much worse.
It's a different
type of cold, dude.
That's coming right off the lake. Oh no,
It's
gonna be white tomorrow. Jesus Christ.
Any other games we care about? I don't think so.
What's the late game tomorrow night? Is it Bill? It's Ravens somebody, right?
The Sunday night's the Buffalo San Francisco one.
No, the only 125 start tomorrow.
There's 3 of them. There's Rams, Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers, and then Eagles, Ravens.
Eagles Ravens could be entertaining.
That should be a good one. I really like the Ravens. I think they are one of the few teams that have a chance of beating the Chiefs in the playoff.
Oh, that's the only 125 start tomorrow.
Oh, gotcha. The other ones are 105.
That's what I was talking about. They're 105. So like my late game is wait, how the fuck is that gonna work? Oh, so the first game's the Charger game on CBS, and then the late game's the Eagles game, and the late game, the Fox game's gonna be the Saints game. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I was very confused. Like, wait a minute, how's that gonna work? This has to be on CBS tomorrow.
Yeah. Then we got Broncos, Browns, Monday Night Football.
Ooh.
Jameis Winston, dude.
He loves the snow.
Is that in Denver? It is in Denver. It won't be snowing. It'll be cold, though. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything NBA related to talk about. The 76ers suck, which is funny. And then that's about it.
Yeah, 76ers are so bad.
They're so bad. It's hilarious. And then I guess the other one is the Atlanta Hawks. I saw a stat today. They're the only team to beat the Celtics twice, but then they're also the only team to lose to the Wizards. What was the other one? Was it the Raptors?
Yeah, like they lose to all the sucky teams.
It's so funny. Someone commented balance as all things should be, So funny.
It's gonna be great when he comes out and when my savior comes.
When Trae Young gets traded to the Lakers.
Trae Young gets traded to the Lakers.
But you'll have to lose D'Angelo Russell, aren't you sad? No, you don't want. Yeah, I don't blame you. D'Angelo Russell's that's a rough watch basketball wise.
It's a little bit.
Oh, we haven't talked about the Minnesota Timberwolves imploding on themselves.
Oh, who saw that was going to happen?
I know, it's incredible.
That
I love it so much. I love that Anthony Edwards is already calling his own team soft, and we're 15 games into the season. Who would have guessed that Julius Randle's not the best guy to put on your championship aspiring basketball team? It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Like they had the formula to win, and they, for whatever reason, decided, hey, let's go ahead and screw that up real quick. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's great.
It's so good.
Where are they in the standings?
Delicious. They are 11th right now in the West at 9-10, a game behind the Spurs.
So. Are the Spurs low key a little better than we thought?
Yeah, and Victor Wembanyama is a fucking alien, dude. He's so good.
He looks like a goddamn alien.
Like, he's averaging 23 points, 10 rebounds, 3.6 blocks.
How many blocks?
3.6. That's a lot of blocks.
That is a lot of blocks.
And Chris Paul is not washed. He's averaging eight assists a game.
To be fair, actually, I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, this
Chris Paul's great until he gets into the playoffs.
That's true. That's true. Which honestly, the Spurs probably won't have to worry about, because Minnesota will figure it out, and the Spurs will be fighting for like one of those last play-in spots. But the West is so stacked that they're gonna end up falling behind everyone else, because you still have the Kings behind him too, who's gonna make a run. Kings should be better, but I don't know.
Yes, we'll see how things shake out.
We'll see. All I know is the Nuggets don't suck, so I'm happy.
Lakers don't suck either.
Yay! Yeah.
Although I have to laugh that people are getting upset at their Reddit because they're like, "Oh, that stuff's gonna wear off," and I'm like, "No, it won't."
You mean like the JJ Redick thing?
Yeah, and but I'm like, because fans are like, "Oh no, like no one's gonna care. He'll be gone soon." And I'm like, dude, I think the players actually respect JJ because he gives a shit.
I think they do too, and he's been in the NBA recently. I think that's another thing, is he was a good NBA player for like 15 years and retired like 3 years ago.
And I'm like, trust me, I know when I was playing, if my coach gave a shit, I was thrilled.
Oh, it's huge.
Like, give me the one who's gonna call you out on your shit more than just let it happen.
Yeah, and that's why I like Malone. He called Jokic and Murray out the other night, and then the Nuggets killed the Jazz. So,
because it looks like they're actually playing better.
They are. Yeah, the Lakers are definitely playing better than they were last year. And well, Anthony Davis is good again.
Like they're six in the West at 11-8.
And some of those teams are not gonna stay above them, I don't think. Like the Rockets are 14-6. I don't think the Rockets are a 14-6 team. Like they're good.
I didn't realize the Nuggets were right there. Nuggets are just ahead of them. That's even weirder.
We're 10-7.
Like the Grizzlies will probably fall too.
Probably. They're already getting hit with injuries again. Like them and the Pelicans just cannot avoid it. It's crazy. So, and Desmond Bane isn't as good as he used to be. I don't know what happened there.
How the Clippers 12-9? What the hell?
I don't know. Well, the Clippers, they have a lot of solid role players. Like James Harden, sure, fine, whatever. But like Zubac is good, Derrick Jones Jr. is good. Norman Powell is averaging 23 points a game, which he's always been a scorer, but not a 23 point per game type scorer. So I don't know how long that actually lasts. Yeah, he's usually in like the 17-ish range, so that'll probably drop off. But all right,
we'll see what happens. There's a lot of season.
There's a lot of season left, so all right, cool. I guess we'll go and just end it here. This will be a shorter one. We hit 45 minutes, so that's not bad. Yeah, I guess thank you guys for watching. We'll be back. Is it Wednesday?
Thursday.
I
don't know.
One of those days.
Wednesday better? Is Wednesday better because we can talk about the Thursday night game?
Probably. Yeah. I think
are we just going to stick with Wednesday?
Let's stick with Wednesday. Yeah, that probably makes more sense because we can talk about the Thursday night game. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Later, dudes.
See ya.
I got to find the button. Stop streaming. There